comes up.
I thought I'd see just how far back Mary Lou's memory goes.
Well, then by all means, just come to my party.
Picking at random an episode of Taxi filmed more than 30 years ago.
Thank you very much.
I had a look at the Taxi episode from 1978, Come As You Aren't. Do you remember
That
it?
was the 4th episode that we shot. And I had the blue dress on.
Alex?
See, that was going to be my first question to you.
what
Do you
dress?
remember what colour dress you
yes,
wore to the party?
Yes. And,
So
so
you-
and
that's
I
interesting.
remember Tony's line, how come we can't go to the party too?
How come we can't go to the party too?
It's like things come back. A line to Alex, you're maybe my best friend.
You're maybe my best friend.
And he turns around. It's like the episode will come back to me. And I remember
Mary Lou is one of just 10 people in the world who've been tested and proved to have superior autobiographical memory.
October 1st, 8th.
Total recall of every day of their lives.
Extremely impressive.
Delta Airline Flight 191 crashes near Dallas, Texas.
Oh, I know exactly when that happened because it was August the 2nd of 1985. It was a Friday.
Such a gift has never been documented before. And scientists like Professor James McGaw are excited about where it may lead.
One of them said it's like a Google search, that you put it in and it just sort of, and there it is. And it's the year, and it's the month, and it's the day, and it sort of narrows in, and it goes bang, and they've got it. And this all happens very quickly. It just, there you have it.
That's how they explain to you how they do it.
Yeah, it's not a scientific explanation.
I understood it though.
It really is like selected scenes on a DVD.
So how does it work? If I throw you a random date, say the 8th of September 1985.
Okay, so I know 8th of September 1985 was a Sunday. It's like 85 all of a sudden kind of lines itself up, and it gets completely organized sort of in a timeline way, and I see the whole calendar sort of fall into place.
It's an extraordinary skill, and one that Mary Lou is thrilled to have. For others though, like Jill Price, who was the first person to be diagnosed with this remarkable condition, it's a burden. Is it driving you crazy on the inside?
Yeah, sometimes it does. Yeah. I mean, I really just want to be screaming at the top of my lungs most of the time, and I can't do that. So I have to keep everything in check.
When did you realise you had this ability?
About 5 weeks after I turned 14, and I don't really know why on this day exactly, February 5th, 1980. But from that day until now, it's every day. And so, you pull a date out, boom, it's like I'm right there.
Every moment of every day?
Every day, yeah.
Don't believe it? Well, let's do a test.
Challenger, go at throttle up.
The Challenger disaster.
Tuesday, January 28th, 1986. And the Super Bowl was the Sunday before.
For a touchdown!
John Lennon's assassination.
That was December 8th, 1980.
Do you remember what day of the week it was?
Monday. I was in 10th grade.
It blows my mind that you can remember that.
That crash killed 274 people.
The Chicago plane crash.
The one in May 25th, 1979.
That is the one.
Yeah, I was in the 8th grade. I had just come back that week from having the chicken pox.
Remembering historical events is one thing, but this goes a whole lot further.
Well, May 8th, my grandmother had...
Imagine having instant recall of what you ate for breakfast exactly 20 years ago today. What if I flip it around? I don't give you an event, but a date. The 28th of February, 97.
That was a Friday, and I was leaving that day to go up to San Francisco, but we sort of got sidetracked by a bank robbery in North Hollywood.
She's right.
For an hour, North Hollywood was a war zone.
Starting like on that Friday, the 15th, I had gone to a football game.
And so begins an outpouring of memories plucked from 3 decades ago as if they were yesterday.
I will be crossing decades in time, and
So you've got all these little clouds of information surrounding you.
Yeah, that's what's in my head. It's just all this stuff.
For years, all this stuff, as Jill calls it, was driving her mad. In desperation, she contacted one of the world's foremost experts on memory, James McGaw. He thought it was a hoax.
So I got out a very large book that was published at the time of the millennium, which has a day-by-day report of what happened in the past century. And I just randomly opened the pages and said what happened on this day. And I was astounded by it because she could just tell me without even taking a deep breath. Okay, now we're going to do some...
By the end of the day, Dr. McGaw realised he was dealing with something completely unknown to science.
It's extraordinary. It's the ability of an individual to remember in detail what happened to them on any day of their life after the age roughly of 10 or 12, and also to remember all of the major public